believe I told you got this before. I'm a firm believer of whenever you do anything, you have to do it with a specific intention. So we already understood the intention with foam rolling. Now we have to make an intention for this seminar as well as what we're going to be doing with trigger point work. So my intention for you guys is to do exactly that. Is to realize, what am I doing at that precise moment? Because now I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into the whole scheme of the way that you're thinking, due to the fact that I'm showing you one other tool that's going to be efficient, done properly, and it's not anywhere in the same realm of trigger point work. There's going to be a lot more moaning and groaning in this class because this is the nature of trigger point work. I heard a giggle. But it's all with the same components. We're going to be taking care of ourselves. We're not going to do it to the point of pain. We're just going to find a whole lot of discomfort places, some more than others. But this is what's happening. So my intention is to get you guys to really look at, there's a difference that foam rolling feels like than trigger point work. And the same thing's going to happen when I throw the next one, which is stretching. There's a completely different feeling to it. So my intention today is to show you guys how to open up a little bit more on your vocabulary of self-care. Okay? Does everybody think for a moment, what do you want to come out of this? Think inside your head, and when you have it, really honestly, just give me a thumbs up and I'll start. Like when you have what you want to come out of this session, give me a thumbs up. You're good? You're the last one left? Good. All right, so you all have your intentions. Keep that focus. So whenever we do anything, remember your intention. Because remember, whatever you see, whatever you say, becomes truth. Okay? So, let's get started. Is everybody was here? Yeah, everyone's here. So I don't really need to tell you who I am. I just got to tell you we're going to be going over trigger point work. Why we do trigger point work? How to do trigger point work, and where to do trigger point work. Easy breezy. Always start off with the same quote. It's not good enough to understand. This comes a point to which you know. So we already know a couple things. When you do things right and you look at your body changes. That's what we're after. Let's get clear, okay? What you're going to realize in all three of my seminars, majority of the beginning slides and the end slides are exactly the same because we're never ever going after symptoms. We're going after the bigger picture. So what did I change already? How did I get you a little bit clearer from foam rolling on the basis of taking your self-care to the next level? Anyone? What did I change? What did I shift just in that last session alone? Anyone? Beautiful. Listen to the body, be aware. And you did that completely, perfectly. I noticed I wasn't doing something at night, and now I'm doing it better in the morning, and it's changed everything. We already know the things that we realized. I gave you a bigger bump on what happens here, right? Now I have to show you about trigger point work, which is here. My optimal goal is to give you the things you don't know that you don't know. When you hit those red lights, have you guys noticed that last time? As I was telling and teaching you guys, you say, oh wait, I didn't know that. And then you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. After you saw what you didn't know. Did anyone realize that last time? I saw the light bulbs just going off like crazy. As you got up, as you started moving, like, oh my God, look at this. I didn't know if I did this, this would be my result. Did you guys realize that's what I was doing? I was feeding this aspect. I was getting you to realize the small things that you didn't know because you didn't know where to look. Try to say that 10 times fast. But that's what this is all about. The more you do this, especially when you're in pain, especially when you need the help, it's not going to speak to you the same way that you're not in pain. That's the actual time that you're going to learn the most. Because you're going to learn, I can't go this far, I have to do this. It's going to be like making pancakes from scratch. I did horrible pancakes this morning, that's why I laughed. What you're going to realize is you're going to have to taste the batter. You're going to have to play with it. You're going to see the consistency. All these different things always work. It's just you have to put in the time. You have to experience it. So we started feeding one aspect of this whole balance aspect of what we need to do to start healing, right? We started feeding the foam rolling. We're going to do the trigger point work today. But what you also didn't realize, I was also feeding the mental aspect. How did I feed your mental aspect? Because I gave you somewhat of a plan. I gave you a clear trajectory. It's like, all right, when you foam roll now, you're going to get better because you're going to do this, 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 this. The way the brain works, the more you see your plan, the faster it's going to be. For instance, the easy example is you're driving somewhere. It takes forever to get there. But how fast does it take to go home? Really fast. You want to know why? Because your brain already mapped it out. Your brain already knew what was going on and doesn't have to work at all thinking about what is this person going to say today? How much fun am I going to have? What is this? What is this? Just like, let me get home. And it just puts you on autopilot and you forget. Time flies because you already have it mapped out. And then, hopefully, if I did my job right, I made you comfortable with the concept of I can foam roll and I am a big contributor in my pain and eliminating it. So as we start doing more things like this, the more seminars you go to, the more books you pick up, the more you're going to feed this, which will give you more empowerment, and that's when healing happens all the time. Okay, now, truth comes. Truth comes now. Showed you something last time. Who took me up on it? Who foam rolled properly? 1, 2, 3. Did you take personal responsibility on foam rolling last week? Oh, okay, good. Hold on. We're going to talk about that. Please bring that up in a little bit. So this is absolutely crucial. Like, that's number 3. Like, we don't take personal responsibility. Like, who was it that said, I see my foam roll and I think I should last time? Is that person here? Do you remember that? No, but you started doing it. You started doing it. So now you started taking better personal responsibility. For instance, everyone has kids here, yeah? Except for 1, 2. Think about your child crying on the floor. And you look at them like, all right, get back to you in a little bit. And you walk away. Because you didn't know what to do. Now you know what to do. So now you're going to take personal responsibility and pick up that child and do what you got to do. So congratulations, guys. You started doing the number 3 mistake, gone. You just have to hold tight. Number 2. Do we still think we're broken? You guys are the quietest people ever. Not broken. Why? Because you guys foam rolled and you felt better instantly. Instantly, right? Like, that's what I want you guys to start understanding. You're not broken ever. Even when you fall off a ladder, and I'm going to use that example a lot because you are the most acute pain here today. So we're going to use your example a lot. So even when you're in an acute pain, you're still not broken. Your body's actively doing stuff, and that's why you're in pain. Communicating with the body positively. This one's a hard one. That word right there is the really hard one. Because even though we do all these different things, how often do we say, I need to be fixed?
All the time.
Like, even though you're doing this, you'll still self-sabotage in these small little ways. Like, we have to start really getting down on it. So now we went through the foam rolling aspect, right? You have now a little bit more. Let's start saying, I did a great job. Like, honestly, you did a great job by switching that up. You need to say, like, literally say, you know what? I figured something out. Dwayne? Oh my God. If I don't foam roll at night, I foam roll in the morning, I feel better. Look at that. That's what needs to be done. You need to start talking to yourself in this positive manner, and your body will start talking to you back in a positive way. You like that? All right, so let's run now. You know, let's run now. Let's walk. You'll find yourself like a little bit peppy, like, all right, come on. You know, you'll want to move. You'll want to do more because you're asking for it. You're looking for it. I plead with you guys on something like this. The more you break down this number 1 reason, I guarantee you many things will just fall in line. You'll just feel better faster and faster.
Should you warm up before you do foam roll? I mean, like, first thing in the morning, but should you warm up a little bit, or?
Just define warm up.
Well,
Like,
I have a job where I sit all day long and then I drive home, so I'm mostly sitting. Would it be better to go for a walk and kind of get the blood flowing before I do it, or?
I'm thinking about that just because you were the organ person, yes? No? Ah, close though. No. No. No, the answer is no, no, no. Because foam rolling done properly doesn't hurt. Foam rolling done properly is going to allow more blood flow to get through the fascia to open you up. If anything, this is going to precursor your walk. If done properly. Which then brings us to this. Fascia, all this red, the white stuff, yes? That's everything that we worked with last time. Everything that's going on out there is now no longer what we focus on. We are now focused on everything that's red. And you see, we pop out one red muscle fiber, and we have a fibril in here. See, can you guys see these little bumps inside the muscle? That's what I want you to envision when you look at this, that you're going after this bump here, because that's all a trigger point is. It's just a bunch of these muscle fibers having a contractile issue. It's just holding tight and staying tight. We have to now focus on getting it to open by pushing on it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to reset that muscle fiber by pushing on it with a small degree of pressure. And it should talk to you. So think about it like as we break down these muscle fibers, you see how they're all lined up and they're all lined up, but you see these little knots here? Those are the aspects of trigger point work. Trigger points. So these trigger points, there's many different styles of them. There's referring, there's satellite, there's all these different things. Just think about a trigger point only being a malfunctioning muscle fiber. That's it, right? So we're going to push on one. So this is a muscle fiber, this is the trigger point here. You're just going to push on it. Easy, right? Push on it. Many different things to use for trigger point work, and there's a ton of them. There is all sorts of different things that you can use for trigger point work. Kate decided to use the door. And honestly, it works. Everything works. The thing that defines it is your intention and your focus. That's the only, like you can use anything. So I'm going to be showing you how to do it with a handball as well as the difference between a tennis ball and a lacrosse ball. Just because those are the easiest things to get your hands on for the long term, right? So that's how I'm gonna be working with you guys today with the concept of trigger point work. Any questions about the tools to use? Who can catch? Oh, that's 2. Oh, 3. Oh, yep. Oh. Oh, boom. Did you give yours away?
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, they like to run. Here we go. I bowl too. All right, here we go. All right, so why is a handball my choice favorite? Between the difference between a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, a golf ball, the handball will give you a little bit more precision as well as it's forgiving. Everyone squeeze their handball. See how it squishes? But if you squeeze with your fingers, with your 2 fingers, it squishes, but do you see how when you hold it, it actually has a pinpoint push back? That's what we're gonna be utilizing. That's gonna be the key concept that we're gonna be using, that small pushback. Try it here, lacrosse ball.